Eco-friendly, skin-friendly, pocket-friendly. Sensational touch. You can have a sensational bath experience too. Greetings, everyone. This is Kamisha from Kamisha's Corner and Sensational Touch, and welcome to Kamisha's Corner. Thank you for joining me on my corner today. No, we're not on the corner in the street, although it sounds like it because every time I'm making soap, cars outside go by, and you can hear it, and it sounds like they're in my house. But we're not. They're not in my house. And my windows are open because the heat in my house is blasting. And I don't complain, I just open the window. So, we are making Mary Berry Musk handmade soap. And this is my oils all mixed up already. And I'm just going to add a little bit of titanium dioxide because I want to start not with a white soap, I want to start with a pink soap. And since my choice of oils gives me, this is not closing properly, there we go. Since my choice of oils gives my soap a bit of a yellow hue, I'm going to start off with a little bit of titanium dioxide, and then I'll add my pink. So this is the color soap that I want to wash. It's going to be a nice pink, and of course it's going to be a little pastel because of the white. Excuse the noise. There's no line here, so it's not going to overmix. We only have the oils and the colorant so far. Alright, so where's my fragrance? I just realized I didn't get my fragrance ready. Let's just... Oops. Ooh, I overspilled. Lord. I don't know how I'm going to get that from there to where it needs to be. Alright, so there's no line here, just my colorant. And since I want to start off with a pink color, I'm going to actually add the pink color first. And I want the whole batch to be a nice pink, so I'm going to add a lot of colorant to this soap. Add that colorant before I even put the lye in, so that can be well incorporated. And then I'm going to add some other colors to this. So, while I make this soap, I will talk a little bit about the holy day on the Kemetic calendar that is entitled The Death of Wisser. The Death of Wisser. Wisser is one of the created gods. It is the created god in the Kemetic creation story whose choice on how he decided to live out his immortality gave us as humanity the ability to be, because he decided to live out his existence through transcendence. So he would die, but he would be reborn through his descendants. And since him, Wisser, and Set were the ones who were given the choice as to how they would live out their immortality, it was their choice, his choice, that gave rise to humanity. And it was the choice of the god Set that decided where he ended up deciding to help Wisser fulfill his destiny, because that God decided, okay, well, if you want to live out your immortality through transcendence, you want to die, I will help you with that choice, and he killed him. Okay, so he has killed the Neter Wisser, and Wisser has entered into the world of the dead. Now, while he is in the world of the dead, he creates a world for the dead called the Ementet. And that is a place where humans actually spend most of their time. We spend more time in the world of the dead than we do here in the world of the living. And it is the only place where the energy, where the God set, cannot go, because he does not die. If you cannot die, then you cannot enter into the world of the Ementet, because you have to die in order to do that. So that concept of a place where evil does not exist is where the Judeo-Christian religions got the concept of heaven. And this is not me bashing any religious thought. This is just me speaking information that I learned through my trainings. Okay? All right, so we have our pink soap, and we're going to add our lye, and then we're going to separate and give it a little bit of color to add to that. I actually wanted two colors. I wanted a nice berry color in the pink, and I wanted, which is kind of like a, oh, sorry, that's the pink. This one, which is kind of like a, I don't know what color this looks like to you. It's kind of, it's not lavender. It's like a shimmering type of reddish purple, or I don't know if you can get a good sense of that color, but that's the color. It looks like a pretty color, and it looks like it'll mix well with those other two colors. So those are the two colors that I plan on doing this soap. Okay? All right, so I'll continue on with my story as I continue to mix my lye. So this day, where we honor the God Wisser, we honor him, I should say, we honor the day that he died. It's called the Death of Wisser. And we spend that day fasting, lamenting, praying, and it's, really somber day. When we fast from sun up to sundown. So as Kim, we don't smoke, drink, we don't curse, we don't eat, we don't put anything into our mouths. We're not engaging in any type of activities with our mates of any sexual nature. We're just considering the sacrifice that was made and thinking about all the things that were done that allowed us, all the choices that were made, and all of the actions and activities that occurred that allowed us to be. So on that day happens on the 17th of Atiri. Atiri is one of the months in the Kemetic calendar, the sidereal calendar, and that's the month that we are in now. And on the colonial calendar, I believe that was the 25th. It was a past Wednesday. 25th, which is the day before our Misgiving, or as some people call it, indigenous, the day of mourning for the indigenous people. All right, so we've added our lye water. And now we're going to blend until we get a nice, I want a nice light trace. And as the oils and the lye mix together, you can see, I don't know if you can see, that the color is becoming a little more creamier looking. It's sticking a little more. The color looks a little more bold. It's a bit creamier. Okay, you just want to make sure that it sticks. And that color had a bit of a shimmer to it too. I don't know how much the shimmer will be able to be seen when we actually cure, when the soap is fully cured, but we will see. It's the first time I'm using that colorant, and I want two colors. Okay, we want to take these out of here because I want to use this. Okay, so we have two bowls. We're going to separate. We're going to have one color and another color. All right, now before, so one is going to be purple. Where's my white spoon? Let's use that one instead. And this is a pretty color. Look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? So that should be a really nice color pink. And let's get another color. And we're going to do a drop swirl. So we're just going to be swirling it in. So I really don't have to rush too much. At least I don't think I'll have to rush too much. So I don't have to worry about it getting too thick on me, because a bit of a thicker trace is better for that type of, that looks like it's blending in with the pink. Oh, shoot. Okay, that just cracked in half. Looks like it's blending in a bit with the pink. So we will see. Add a little bit more coloring because I don't want that to, that's really interesting. I don't want that to look the same. I definitely want it to look different. So let's mix this. We'll mix it first. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess. I'm really liking this color. I don't want this spoon to break like the other spoon did. You know what? I think I'm not going to use this, because if this breaks, I'm going to have a hard time getting it out of there. Alright, so let's use this. That will be better. And I think I'm going to add a little bit more colorant in here because the color looks a little light. So yes, that's what we do on that day. We fast, we say our prayers from sun up to sundown. We fast, and then we break the fast. If we are able to get to the temple, that would be great. If we can't, then we can do it with our family at home, or you can just be by yourself. But preferably we like to be amongst our camp family. I was not able to do that this year. And then we break our fast together with your spiritual family and have a dinner together. Excuse me. And have dinner together. And that is how we spend that day. And that begins really a period of mourning for Kem people, because, that's the time of the year where we know that the energies of Wisser are not present in nature. And we can see that, during that time in our hemisphere is when we're going into winter. In other hemispheres, you might be coming out of the rainy season and into a drier, very hot season. Depending on where you are in the world, will be the season that you will be experiencing. So you can see the changes in nature. You can see, oh, this is going to be an interesting looking color. It almost looks a little goldish, like a copper gold. We will see how that turns out. I'm going to have to definitely, I don't think I'll just be able to mix this and leave it. I'm definitely thinking I'm going to have to take the stick blender and blend it. But I'm going to try to mix as much as I can without the stick blender, because the stick blender will make it thick, of course. And we do still have to add the fragrance. So I'm going to wait until after the fragrance is added. And then I'll burst it a little bit more with the stick blender. And it's a nice color. I like that color. It's like a mauve, but with a bit of a shine to it. Like a rosy type of pink. And this is more like a berry. So they're pretty colors. This is the first time I'm using these colors. Really nice. I'm happy with it. And I think the pink will be fine. I don't think I'll have to make it any lighter. So we have our 3 colors here. And we're going to add the fragrance. And I overflowed the fragrance a little bit. So I think I'm going to try to scoop out, if I can, possibly some of the scent. So when I move the whole thing, I'm not going to do this for the whole thing, that it won't spill. Okay, I overflowed it. Gotta keep a very steady hand. Okay. Okay, I'm going to put most of it in there, because this is where most of the soap is. Alright, so we're going to mix with the stick blender now, just a little bit. We'll go from the lightest color to the darkest. I think I'm going to make this a little lighter. I think I'm just going to put a tad bit more white. Oh, let's not use that. Let's not use that. Alrighty. Blend that up a little bit more. And please enjoy the music while I finish making the soap. Thanks for watching, guys.